Be better. I was looking to be optimistic. You know, you need to replace any negative thoughts with positive ones. And once you do that, you start having positive results. I believe a lot in the laws of attraction. So, and I saw that it actually works. Currently, I'm the Chief People Officer for the group. I'm responsible for managing the human resources needs of the organization. Myself and my team, or my function, closely collaborates with others in the organization, develop a strategy that will help grow the company and maintain its competitiveness by optimizing employee engagement, retention, and recruitment practices. We focus specifically in the areas of succession planning, talent management, change management, organizational performance, training and development, compensation and benefits. In brief, you know, I provide strategic leadership by articulating the HR needs and plans to the executive committee, the shareholders, and the board of directors. Well, 2022 started with a very positive outlook. You know, the whole world was coming out from 2 bad years of COVID-19. So we had a lot of outlook. The first quarter looked great. Our financials were up to our expectations. Due to the war in Ukraine and how extended it is, the international economic crisis and the devaluation of our local currency, which happened twice during the year, we found ourselves in a crunch. And the organization was no more performing at the required level. Yeah, but due to external factors. So it was a very year, you know, from retaining employees to ensuring that we keep our people engagement projects on track, reskilling our workforce to take on more roles. I believe that we faced many challenges and we were able to go through them smoothly. And this is only because the whole organization functions as one. And starting from the chairman down to the production line workers, we all believe that we are one. Yeah, I believe most importantly is that we must care for our people. You know, focusing on employee well-being and development in all fronts was key to keep us going at an acceptable pace. I would also add that adopting a people analytics model or culture did support us in being agile and bias-free in decision-making. You know, people analytics is basically the practice of gathering people, talent, organizational data to improve certain critical aspects of the business. It enabled us to make decisions on processes, talent, compensation, staffing that are data-driven. And it also goes beyond HR. And we also include data from sales, operations, finance, which will help us measure the performance of the organization. I personally believe nothing is to be left behind. We shall continue in our path, always with continuous improvements. I can point out maybe 3 areas that we consider our pinnacles for 2022 and essentials moving forward. First one was employee well-being. We placed a lot of tremendous effort in supporting our employees on various fronts, from health, family, history, culture, under different programs. For example, we launched a program called Take a Step, where we ran several health-related programs, from awareness sessions on healthy habits, working out, eating healthy, on virus diseases like diabetes, virus C, to sporting activities where we take our employees for running, cycling, kayaking. Another program we launched was called Get Connected With. So get connected with your history, your culture, your family. It was also, part of it was running awareness sessions on connecting with children, maintaining a healthy family work-life balance, and organizing trips to different cities where employees can learn more about their history, their culture. They visit historical monuments, and so on. The effect was not only on the well-being of employees, but it was also building a very strong bond between our employees when they go on these trips together. Second would be learning and development. We all know that skills management is becoming increasingly important. It's about understanding and developing and deploying people and their skills. We have been developing, for example, our blue-collar employees, not only technically, but on soft skills as well. We have trained over 2,000 blue-collar employees over the past year and the year before. Okay, we're also developing our successors, getting them ready and getting them equipped with the necessary knowledge for them to be able to take future roles. We believe that development has always been and will always be a top priority for any business, because it will support the business in achieving its results with higher levels of productivity. Third, internal mobility. And internal mobility is not new, and we have been adopting it for years now, 10 years or more. But recently, and having 3 divisions and 16 companies in the group, we saw that moving employees between the roles and companies did prove that a lot of employees, even those who are low performers, instead of sacking them out, no, moving them to a different function, to a different factory, to a different location, they will do better. Under a different environment, under a different management, they will do better, and they actually did better. It empowers our employees to move between positions either laterally or vertically. Promoting internal mobility in the organization is very good for talent management and employee retention. For them, instead of leaving the organization to go somewhere else, let's keep them in the organization in a different function. So I believe to be successful in internal mobility, managers should have had a very strong understanding of their employee skills, priorities, and needs. It has to be very transparent, and employees need to know what opportunities are available for them now and what might be available in the future. First, I would say diversity, equity, and inclusion. Okay, we have been working the past few years. In the past couple of years, we started working on female empowerment, and recently, last quarter, we transformed from female empowerment to diversity, equity, and inclusion. We are also working on receiving the EDGE certification. EDGE is the Economic Dividends for Gender Equity. It's an international, global gender equity assessment and certification system that was launched at the World Economic Forum. We're already communicating with them, and we're applying for it. We will be setting gender-specific KPIs for the organization, maintaining fair hiring processes, focusing on pay equity, refining employee benefits, as well as running diversity and equity and inclusion workshops for our employees. Many researchers have already proved that diverse companies are more competitive, profitable, and innovative. Additionally, diverse companies demonstrate higher levels of employee satisfaction and lower retention rates. Second would be reskilling our workforce. Due to the economic turmoils we mentioned before, many organizations, including us, has put a hold on recruitment and even on replacements. So now when a current employee is not compatible with a new vacancy, no, we might put him through a reskilling program, which will provide him with the necessary skills to take on the additional job or the new job. Third would be our role in climate change. And we are committed to promoting and increasing the representation of female leaders in climate change and working on the design of company climate action projects. Raising internal awareness on the impact of climate change on women, and how will they work in order to reduce that. That's from a climate gender perspective. From another perspective is setting KPIs to reduce carbon emissions, reduction of the usage of water and electricity to support the environment. Actually, we're working on these projects, the climate and gender project, with the International Finance Corporation, the IFC, which is part of the World Bank, and with the American Chamber of Commerce. When we were telling them the story behind our female empowerment program and how we were getting more females in the organization, not only at the middle management level, but even at the executive level. They were very happy to see the development we made, and all female students that we received in our factories in order to train as interns for 3 months, in a hard location, a factory, and they were not used. It was a very male environment, and we brought in 60 ladies from still in university. it was a very promising program. So later on, they asked us to venture with them into the climate change and how, if you read about it, you'll see that many organizations, including BCG, Boston Consulting Group, there are many studies that women are key to enhancing the environment because they are the most affected by environmental and climate change. And this is why we have several environmental related programs, okay? And we're having females manage these programs and launch them, hopefully. Well, technology, and I would say in 2023, we'll see the continuation of innovations and development in transformative technologies and how HR and organizations could tap into blockchain and artificial intelligence. And for example, artificial intelligence can support recruitment by reducing the time to hire, eliminating human bias. Okay, so instead of having a person or a candidate going through tons of resumes, screening them, interviewing them, AI will do that for you. And it will definitely eliminate any human bias, even if it's not meant. If we look into blockchain, apart from cryptocurrencies and all that, but blockchain, the technology itself, it could support in safeguarding information and storing information related to pay, health insurance, finance and banking, disciplinary records. It will support in employee contracting, payroll, employee data. And, blockchain technologies are very safe, so it will help us in the prevention of internal fraud or external attacks on employee-related data, whether they're financial or personal.